What do you know about wild rabbits? Are they really as dim-witted as they often appear to be? Do they really only think about eating and reproducing? And what exactly is a warren? I'm a wildlife biologist with a university, and today we're going to take a closer look at the secret life of a wild hare. In North America, there are two main types of wild rabbits, cottontails and jackrabbits. Cottontails are smaller with shorter ears that are rounded at the tips. Jackrabbits are larger with longer ears that are pointed. Today we will focus on the eastern cottontail, the most widespread of the cottontail species. When most people see a cottontail, they think it's just a fluffy little rabbit hopping around looking for food. And while this is true, there's much more to these animals than meets the eye. Let's start with their vision. Cottontails can see extremely well, much better than us humans. In fact, they can see in color and have excellent peripheral vision, meaning they can see almost 360 degrees around them without moving their heads. This helps them spot predators from far away. And yes, even though they seem kinda dumb sometimes, they are capable of some pretty complex behaviors. For example, when a cottontail hops into an area where a predator like a hawk or coyote has been hunting, it will often freeze in place and thump its foot several times, kinda like a deer playing the I'm whitetail game. This behavior is called tonic mobility, and it seems to confuse predators, giving the cottontail time to escape. Cottontails also use their excellent vision to engage in some pretty intense staring contests with each other. Sometimes two cottontails will stare each other down for several minutes, until one of them gives up and runs away. The reason for this behavior isn't entirely clear, but it may help establish dominance, or maybe it is just a way for cottontails to pass the time while hanging out in groups. Cottontails are most active during dawn and dusk, but they won't always live the let-us-go party life that many nocturnal animals do. For example, in areas where mountain lions, coyotes, and bobcats live, cottontails tend to stay hidden in their burrows during the night. Speaking of burrows, let's talk about warrens. Many people refer to the burrows of cottontails and other small mammals as warrens, but technically, a warren is a network of underground tunnels created by rabbits. Warren is derived from the Middle English word warren, meaning a fenced enclosure for hunting rabbits. These networks of tunnels can be extensive, containing dozens of entrances, multiple stories, and many chambers used for sleeping, raising young, and hiding from predators. Cottontails typically use the same warren throughout their lives, reusing and expanding it over time. Interestingly, different rabbit species create different burrow architectures. For example, in desert areas, black-tailed jackrabbits don't dig burrows at all and instead use the burrows of other animals. So who are cottontails' favorite foods? Cottontails are herbivores and will eat the leaves and stems of almost any plant they come across. However, they do have some favorites, including dandelions, clover, alfalfa, carrots, and lettuce. In agricultural areas, cottontails can cause significant damage to crops such as alfalfa, potatoes, and tomatoes. In fact, in some years, cottontails caused more than $20 million in damages to agricultural crops in the United States alone. Cottontail does have some natural enemies, including predators like coyotes, foxes, bobcats, and great horned owls. But perhaps surprisingly, diseases also cause high rates of mortality in cottontail populations. In fact, in some parts of the country, more than half of the deaths in cottontail populations are caused by disease. Cottontails can carry several diseases transmissible to humans, including tularemia, also known as rabbit fever, and plague. If you want to learn more about the secret lives of cottontails and other fascinating creatures, be sure to visit our website. You can also follow us on social media for all things critters. And as always, thanks for watching.